Hey YouTube, what's up? It's my 5,750 mile review of my 310 GS. Not a lot has changed since my 3,750 mile review. I'll give you a quick overview of the bike. I've got some Shinko 804, 805s on there right now. They've been good tires. They have slowed my top speed down, like on the highway and stuff, to about 85. It used to be about 90 or so, and they do eat up some top end speed. Overall impressions of the bike, it's bomb proof, man. I have taken this thing off road, a lot of dual track, up some more technical stuff that would not be hard on a dirt bike that you put the 400-pound adventure bike on. And it's not easy, but it's what you would expect out of a 400-pound adventure bike. The bike still looks as good as it did the day I got it, and I've got a pile of aftermarket stuff on there. Everything you can do without getting into changing the suspension or modding the motor or exhaust. Stock exhaust, I know a lot of people change theirs. Doesn't bother me at all. I don't feel like the bike's lacking any power that I need to scoot around, get to and from work, have a good time on the trails. I'm gonna take a closer look at some of the mods I've done here. So I have on my rear blinkers, I have changed these. I had knocked the other ones off, dropping it, riding on trails. And so I got some more tucked up under LED lights. They're actually just protected by the stock rails there. Let's see, what else have I done here? I have got some foot peg extensions I got online. I bent this whole thing a little bit off-road one time, but it still works fine. I have the kickstand foot. I've got lower and upper crash bars. I threw some highway pegs on there that are all right. I don't use those too often. I do like these. These are my tank pads, and these are nice for grip when you're off-road or on-road. This one doesn't do much for me. I put the grip puppies on here. They're awesome. I have an ABS kill switch here that I've put in one of my other videos on how to do that. Bark busters. This is my phone mount. That's perfect. It snaps out just like that, and then when you put the phone in, it captures your phone. It's good to go. Got a USB port right here. Let me put the key in and show you how many miles I got here. I think it's right around 5,750, 2,000 after my last review here. Well, there we go. And what's she reading there? 5,778. So just over 2,000 miles after my last review. What else have I done to this bike? Let me think. Oh, the windscreen. I think that's essential at higher speeds on the highway. I just feel like I was getting beat up otherwise. And it might be all the things I've added to it. I have to think. Oh, I've got the skid plate down there and the radiator guard, and might be about it for that. Other than that, I think if you're looking at this bike and there's one available near you and you're thinking about it, just go ahead and get it. It is an awesome bike. It's been fantastic for me on and off road, and if you're in the market for a small adventure bike, this is fantastic. So I've got close to 6,000 miles on it, probably 2/3 street and 1/3 on the dirt, and it just does great, man. It handles really well. It eats up everything I've given it. It's on the heavier side for an off-road machine, but if you're looking for an adventure bike that handles on the road like this does, and it handles on the road quite well, I really enjoy it, especially in the mountain twisties and stuff. Anything where you're not trying to push 90 miles an hour, which I never do. I stay highway speeds. This bike's more comfortable in the 70 mile an hour range anyway, so that's where I keep it. And it runs like a damn champ. So if you're watching this video, you obviously own one or are thinking about getting one, I would just steer you straight to the 310 GS. It is awesome. On-road, it handles wonderfully. Off-road, it handles well enough to get you up and down anything you could want to get into without getting super technical. You're not going to be doing motocross jumps or anything on there, but I have nothing bad to say about the bike. One thing I have noticed, sometimes if I don't let the engine warm up and just take off and start to downshift as I come up to a stop sign or something, and this happens maybe once every 300 or 400 miles. If the engine's not warm and I downshift coming up to a stop sign, very occasionally the engine will just shut off, and I haven't really figured that one out yet. It's very noticeable when it does it. It doesn't stop the back tire from rolling or anything. It's when the clutch is in and I'm downshifting. So not really an issue for me there. What else can I tell you guys about this? But you can see there's still some mud from the last time I was out riding. I haven't washed her off yet. The Shinko 805s are pretty good off-road. They're not amazing. They have good paddle traction going forwards, up and down hills and stuff, but the side-to-side traction isn't great on the rear tire. And you can see the rear tire, I've still got plenty of tread left in there. It's probably got, I'm guessing, about 2,000 miles on these, and I could probably get another 1,000 out of them. Here's my little, that's where the tread indicator is, if I can get that in. You can see I've still got plenty of tread left before that. And the front tire has got at least another 3,000 in it. But I think when I switch the back tire, I don't think I'll go back with the 805 or 804, whichever one it is. It kind of eats up some top speed, so I'll probably go with more of a dual sport tire than a 50/50, more like a 730, like the 705 or something like that. Anyway, guys, that's the 5750 review of the 310 GS. If you're looking at this bike and not decided, just get it. You won't be disappointed. It is an awesome machine.